Marla.
I'm Mick.
And we are Our Family Plays Games.
Yeah.
And welcome back.
Yes.
You came for another show.
Woo! Let's do this, family. Let's do it.
We are looking forward to sharing some time with you.
Yes. And we got some exciting stuff this show.
Stuff to talk about.
Exciting stuff this show.
A lot of stuff to talk about. So we're going to start off with what we talk about every week so far.
Yes.
That's the weight loss.
Yes.
We don't have any updated news.
No, because we didn't go to weigh in yet.
No, not yet.
But I think once we do, we're going to be happy.
I think we've had a good week.
We had a good week.
We stayed on track.
Yes, we learned.
We've been eating right.
Yes, we learned how to go out to a restaurant and know how to regulate restaurant and regulate what we do.
Exactly.
Yes, and I like that.
Yeah, because we can't go everywhere, and we know that.
Yes.
But we did find one place that we can count our points and we can get healthy food.
Yes.
And that is Panda Express.
Yes, you're about to make a commercial.
I'm not advertising. I'm just letting you guys know.
Yes, it's a good place to go.
You can get steamed vegetables there. You know, what's there? They're super greens.
Yes.
You know, you can get, grilled chicken.
And just a variety of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
that we
good
can
stuff.
eat and still go out and not have to cook all the time.
Even though Grant don't want it. But he's learning to like it.
He likes
he's learning
it.
to like it. Yeah.
He likes the orange chicken and stuff. We get more of the
he's learning
stuff,
to like
but,
it. Yeah.
I like that we can go there because trying to cook all the time is just too much.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And then you get tired of the TV dinners, the lean cuisine.
But you cook good, baby.
Thank
you cook good. You cook good. Yes, you do.
So we're excited about this week. We're going out, and I really can't say we learned it. We already knew.
We kind of knew.
We just hadn't been going.
Yeah.
But now we're going out a little bit just to
we're venturing out.
Take a break.
Venturing out and just bringing it back though.
Bringing it back.
We don't say that. We don't say that.
We don't stay there.
We go in, bring it out. Yeah, we mask up.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Now, the exciting news
this week.
Yes. Ooh. We were so excited to participate.
Yes.
And be part of Dune Imperium.
Yes, the coming out party for Dune Imperium. Yes.
We were able to do a preview.
Yes.
And that game is off the chain.
I really do like it.
It's off the chain.
Well, see, to be honest with you, I love the universe of Dune. I do.
You know the universe more than I do because I wasn't a big fan.
Yes.
But I did see the old movie from the 80s?
1984 movie.
Yeah, 1984
that got Sting in it.
I looked at that before we played the game, and that really helped me understand the universe of Dune.
Yes.
So that's really good research.
But the one thing I'm glad the game did is brought you into the world. I was able to introduce you and Grant to the world of Dune.
Yes.
Which I was really, really happy to do that.
And that world really lends well to a game.
Yes, it does.
It really does.
You got all these, houses fighting over this one special resource spice.
So
it's a really good game.
Well.
But the video was fun to do.
Yes, it was.
It was fun to do, and Grant knocked it out the park.
As always.
Yeah. I loved it. So it was a lot. I'm glad, Dire Wolf gave us the opportunity to, be with its release, and I was really happy. It was really fun.
So that was the big news for us this week.
Yes.
Now, what's coming up is our episode 49.
Coming. It's the next one.
Yes, and you guys have been sending in questions.
Yes, but we need more. That. We need more.
Yeah, we want more questions.
Yeah.
But we appreciate you who have already sent in your questions. We're going to be working on those this week so we can answer them on the next episode. 49 is coming up.
Now there's a hashtag that Grant's going to put up somewhere, and you can put that question on Instagram, everywhere that you find us. Everywhere you find us, just put it. We say that at the end of the show.
Yeah, all of our social media stuff.
But
just
wherever you find us, to put it, but put that hashtag, so we can know that's 49. Yes.
And then after 49 is the big 50.
50.
We're so excited about 50.
I mean, she's up there, getting plans together.
Yes.
We're
so excited. We're not going to tell you what's going to happen for 50.
No, we're going to give them a little hint.
No.
Game giveaway. Giveaway. So just throwing it out there.
We're going to do some big things for 50.
Games giveaway. Yes. So
we want to
just gonna
show
throw
you
there.
guys how much we appreciate
Yes.
you
Yes.
for following us.
Yes.
So we want to do something special.
We do.
So make sure you check out 50.
To be with our family. That's
Yes.
our family, our OFPG family out there.
Yes.
So we want to hang with them.
Ready for 50
Yes.
episodes.
50 episodes.
Wow.
And we got some special plan. Something special
That's
plan
right.
for that one.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, all of you who are subscribers,
Mhm.
and if you know anyone who has not subscribed
Yes.
to OFPG,
Yes.
tell them to get on it.
Yeah.
We're trying to get to 10K.
Yeah. And then just, we want to spread this joy of this hobby out there to families. Just to
Yes.
let folk know, say, hey, you know, just love this hobby. It's so much fun. Because if you're not having fun at the table, what you doing?
Yeah, I mean, we're going into the winter time.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we want people to have things to do when it's cold. 'Cause
Yes.
We've already had snow here.
We already had snow in Omaha.
We've had a little snow.
We had snow.
And those kind of things keep you inside and
Yes.
you want fun things to do, and this is the hobby for it.
And then the holidays are coming
Holidays
up.
are coming
I mean, just like that, holidays just here.
Holidays are coming up.
Holidays are here. But it's cool, though.
Coming up.
This is my favorite time of year, though.
Yeah.
My favorite time.
And I want to tell a secret.
What you gonna tell?
And I don't think he's going to be happy for me to share this.
What?
But there's a big day coming up for our little video wizard, Grant.
Oh, yes. Yes.
He has
yes.
a birthday coming up
Yes.
on Monday,
Yes.
November 2nd.
November 2nd. Yes.
So if you guys want to wish him happy birthday, we'd appreciate that. But
Do
it
that.
is a big 16.
16. The boy
Yes.
gonna be 16.
He will be 16, and we are so excited.
Yes, we are. Yes,
He's
we are.
not excited because he's got to go to school on that day. It's on a Monday.
Yeah.
But we're going to celebrate after.
Yes.
We will celebrate
yes.
after.
Yes. Big 16.
The big 16.
Yes. Yes. Grant. 16.
16.
He's just growing up.
He's growing up.
Woo! He's just growing
Yeah,
up. We're doing good things, though.
He is doing good things. We're real
Doing
proud
good
of
things.
him.
Here we are.
We
Here
are.
we
We
are.
are.
Now, the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. Okay, these are the games we played in October.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We haven't really knocked stuff off of our game of shelf of shame.
Opportunity.
We did shame. It's
Opportunity.
shame.
Mm-hmm.
It's shame. We got. I think we got 2 of them.
Okay, well, see, here's the problem.
Okay. Here we go now. Here we
See,
go.
My
Here we go.
husband was too ambitious. I
I
told him that 10 games
Yeah.
was way
Yeah.
too many games for us to even think about trying. But
It
he
was
said,
ambitious.
oh, no,
We can do it. Yeah.
We can do it.
I know.
He forgot about all the
Yeah.
other commitments
Yeah.
that we had
I know.
that involved us playing games.
Yeah, I know.
But we did play games.
Yes.
Just not the games from our list.
That's true. That's true. We got 2 down.
We got 2. So we're going to tell you about the games we played.
And then one of
in
them is
October.
really special that we
That's
got down.
right.
Really special.
So let's go
Yeah.
over the ones we played in October.
Okay, we did smartphone.
Yes, that was the one we had on our
By
list.
Arcane Wonders, 1 to 5.
Yes.
And we had fun with that one.
We did.
You know, we had fun. Did you really have fun?
I did. I had a blast.
You know, okay.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun, you know, basically running a corporation. It's real economic heavy, trying to sell them some cell phones.
So, yeah,
You had fun?
I did.
All right.
I
Who
did.
won now? You won.
Did I win?
I think you did.
No.
No, you did
No,
win.
I did?
Yeah.
Okay.
You won.
All right, so smartphone.
Yeah. Smartphone.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. That's
Yeah, you
right.
did. Yeah, you did.
Okay.
And then the next one is Clank. That one. This is one of our family favorites.
Yes.
But this time we added in the Adventuring Party expansion.
Yes.
That takes Clank from 1 to 4
Yeah.
to 1 to 6.
1 to 6.
Yeah, 1 to
Okay.
6. Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
from Renegade Games.
From Renegade Games, and it was a lot of fun because we did it on our live playthrough.
Yes, we did.
And on the live playthrough, who won? Who won?
I don't know how that happened.
Who won?
I have no idea how that happened.
Who won?
Yes, you did.
Yes, I did.
Yes,
I
he
did.
won the
Now
live
in the
playthrough.
other you know, when we were warming up and getting ready, you were beaten.
Yeah.
You were beaten.
I don't know what happened. I think I froze.
Froze? How you
Yeah, I
freeze?
think I froze because we were live for some reason.
Really? You froze on the
Yeah.
live streaming?
I froze under pressure. Nah, that's
No,
not true.
no, that's not true.
That's not true.
That's not true.
I don't know what happened. You
But-
won. But I
but-
guess you know what?
Yeah.
Everybody gets a chance to win sometime. I can't win them all.
This dog had his 2 days. Yeah. Yeah. But now the thing is that I like Adventuring Party because it gives you a character for Clank.
Yes,
You know,
it
you're just
does.
not a generic thief. You have some.
You
You have something going on. You have a
personality.
personality. You
You
have a backstory.
Backstory.
Yeah, you have backstory. And you're doing stuff.
You're doing things. So that was a really nice addition to the game. Yes, it was. I really like that.
Now, you stayed with your boy, Dalan.
He was green.
Yeah, he was green.
I didn't care what his name was. He was green.
And then I went with the 2 characters. I had Monkey Bot Prime. That was too noisy. He was too noisy.
Yes.
He was too noisy.
Then you had to switch colors.
And then I switched colors to Black Girl Magic.
Yes.
You know, she was a wizard. Yes. You know, she was a wizard. I like her. I forgot her name, but I like her.
Yes.
I like her. So, and I won with her.
Yes, you did.
Yes, I did. Black Girl Magic all the way.
That's
I like
right.
that.
That's right.
So we had fun with that. Now, the other game that we played and we did a preview for was Streets by Sinister Fish. Yes. 1 to 5 players.
1 to 5.
And it's the kind of sequel to Villages.
Yes.
Like that. I mean, we
Streets,
we like Villages, like Streets.
Sinister Fish has knocked it out the park twice. Yes.
Man, I can't wait till the finished product of Streets comes out so we can really dive into that.
Me too.
Oh man.
Me too.
Yeah, I like that. I like Streets.
Now, another one that was actually on our list.
And it is beautiful.
And that is Parks from Keymaster Games, 1 to 5 players. Oh,
it's just beautiful.
That's all I can say.
Solid game. Kind of, what is that? Kind of racing, worker placement, kind of, sort of card drafting. I
don't know if it's racing per se, because you don't have to finish first.
You don't have to finish first.
You don't have to finish first. You're just trekking.
This
is a relaxing game.
You're trekking.
You're trekking through the mountains. You're looking at the beautiful scenery.
Yes, taking pictures. Starla, you're taking pictures.
And they have little pictures.
You got little pictures.
So, I mean, this is a game that is a lot of fun because it's relaxing.
Yes.
And the cards, the artwork. Oh wow.
And what was so cool, one of our favorite places, because we lived in Seattle for a while, was, and we visited Mount Rainier National Park.
Yes, we did.
And you were able to acquire that park.
It's totally by accident.
Totally by accident.
But I got it. I'm like,
this is
it's an omen.
It's
an omen.
That was cool.
For me to get that one.
It was an
omen. For me to get that card.
Oh, and win?
Yeah, exactly.
There we go.
So, Parks. Beautiful game.
It was a beautiful game.
Yes, it was.
I think we played that, twice?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, twice or 3 times? Oh, I want to play it again.
I want to play it again.
I want to play it again. It was so much fun.
Yeah. And if you haven't found Parks, I mean, we actually saw it at one of the big box stores.
Yes.
So you can get Parks at a big box store if you have to.
Yes.
If you can't get it at a local gaming store.
Get it at a local gaming store.
Yeah, if you can. Try one of the big box stores.
Yeah. But it was so much fun. And the components, they knocked it out the park. The production is just crazy. Yeah. It's crazy.
It's just a very well done game.
It is.
From top to bottom, from the box.
To
the components inside. It's just well done.
Just
well done.
And then, we did Doom Imperium.
We just talked about that.
Yeah.
That's Dire Wolf.
Great. I mean, it's a hybrid, worker placement, card drafting, where you don't, like when you have like, when you draft, you have all your cards. It's a deck builder, kind of deck builder. When you have all your cards in your deck, you don't use them all.
No.
You don't use them all like like with Clank, you just put them all out and you use all of them.
Yeah.
This one, no.
No.
You have choices to make.
You've got choices to make.
You got choice, and I love that.
I do too.
Oh, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
And then the last game.
What's the last one?
The last one we're going to actually talk about a little bit more.
Yes.
Because we are doing an interview with the designer.
Yes.
So the last one we played is Kitara.
Kitara from Yellow Games, 2 to 4 players.
Yes.
And at first we said, kind of simple, but then it surprised us.
Oh, yes. Very deceptive.
Very deceptive.
Don't let it fool you in the beginning, because it's gonna. By the time you get midway the game, you're gonna realize
you're like, wait a minute.
I should have been taking this a little more seriously because I'm losing.
Like, wait a minute. Well, see, I lost though.
Yeah, you did.
Well, no, I lost.
You did. But you're gonna learn a lot more about Kitara in this next segment with Eric. The designer is going to talk to you himself and tell you about this game. And I hope you'll stick around to hear what he has to say. It was a fun interview.
Yes, it was.
We enjoyed talking to Eric, and I hope you'll enjoy watching it.
All right, here it comes.
Well, everybody, here we are. As we promised earlier, we are doing an interview with Eric Vogel.
And he made Kitara. Yes.
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 If you haven't seen Kitara, you need to check it out.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you do. We had a chance to play it.
We had a chance to play it.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about
it. We're going to talk about this.
We are going to
And we're excited about sharing Kitara with you.
Because the one thing is that from people from the African diaspora, You know, we don't see a lot of things that look like us.
Yeah.
You know, we don't see a lot of games out there that portray us in a positive light. And from the box on down, my God, it portrayed us in a positive light.
Oh, the box is gorgeous.
It
is gorgeous. Yes. I love the way it feels. It's got texture to it. It's a beautiful box. So, yeah, we're excited about it.
Yeah, we are. All right.
So, Eric, okay, we're going to start off. We're going to give you all these hard questions.
Hard.
Okay. All right. I'm ready.
Hard.
Been preparing a lifetime for this.
Okay, so the first one.
We're coming like Walter Cronkite. Wasn't that how you said it? Walter Cronkite.
Nobody knows who he is.
Yes,
I know who he is.
Okay, you know. All right. Okay, you're going way back.
I'm sorry.
Okay. All right.
We're all old here.
We are. But see, we didn't want the rest of the world to know.
I'm sorry.
Okay. All right, Eric. Tell us a little bit about yourself from wherever you want to start. Maybe not childhood.
Not childhood.
All right.
We only have a few minutes.
My childhood. Yeah, my childhood is probably a subject best avoided. Let's see. So I'm from the San Francisco Bay Area.
Mm-hmm.
I am. Guess this is. I'm a. When I'm not designing games, I'm a clinical psychologist and professor of psychology out here in John F. Kennedy University. Teaching the doctoral program there, and my sideline is designing board games. I actually started by designing a board game to teach cognitive psychotherapy to children back in 2004, and that kind of got me back into gaming as a hobby, which had been a childhood hobby, just to talk about childhood a little bit. And I kind of moved away from it because I just got too cool for gaming in my late adolescence, and got me back into it, and that got me almost anything I kind of do for fun as a consumer, I eventually want to try my hand at being a creator, and so that got me started creating hobby games for fun tabletop games back around 2008 or so.
Okay. So, I mean, you've been in the hobby for a while, so you really have a really good view of how this hobby has grown and changed since we were kids.
Yes.
Well, there were only a few games to choose from.
Yes.
So what inspired you to create this particular game?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, this game really has kind of two separate origin stories. One is sort of the mechanics of the game, which I created for the first time back in 2011. It originally had a different theme back at that time. And so I was building on my first two published games, which are Cambria and Hibernia, and I was designing something that would be a natural follow-up to them in a similar kind of setting. And the company that made those games, unfortunately, went out of business, which I swear is not my fault.
We don't want those games.
No, I'm not a jinx or anything. Anyway, so that game design kicked around for a while. I shopped to this publisher and that, but it wasn't until I got hooked up with my agent that I currently have, who's much better at pitching games to publishers than I am, and he pitched it to ELO. So ELO were the ones who originally had the idea that they wanted to do an African theme, a kind of pre-colonial African theme. But then they left it to me to kind of do the research and come up with a specific setting where we arrived at for Kitara. So I'm not an African history or culture expert, but I am a professor. I'm an academic, so I know how to do a good lit review. So that's how I really hit the books and looked at a few different historical settings, pre-colonial African settings. And as I worked back and forth with the publisher, also the artist, because the artist started doing the art about this time. Kitara, the Kitara Empire in the Great Lakes region of kind of Central East Africa, that was the setting we arrived at finally.
Interesting.
Well, you're killing my questions here, Eric.
I'm sorry.
I had this whole list of questions and you're answering them left and right, which is good. So I've got new questions for you.
Well, actually, it seemed like he was trying to make Wakanda. They weren't close to Wakanda. They tried to make Wakanda. They tried.
Let me say one more thing about that, which is even though I didn't come up with the original idea of setting it in Africa, I was really enthusiastic about that for a couple of reasons. One is that, kind of as you were alluding to earlier, I don't think Africa has gotten a lot or the greatest attention from board games in general. And in particular, when you look at most of the board games about Africa that have been done, and I did take a look at this as I was getting ready to kind of write my designer diary and things, most of them, at least according to Board Game Geek, turn out to be games about the World War II campaigns in North Africa. They're mostly war games about that.
Or it seems like they're in the colonial times when, you know, it's getting taken over and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's the sort of the second kind of most common theme you see is they're basically about European powers struggling to control Africa. After that comes games that are essentially about tourism and safaris and about exploration. So they're all kind of games about Europeans, Westerners in Africa, as opposed to games about Africans. There's only just a couple that I would put out that are really games about Africans, like Jumbo. So that's part of what there's obviously this rich field of really interesting settings that games could be using, and so that just was really attractive to me.
So tell me, how instrumental were you in the artwork? Because the artwork is beautiful. Like I said earlier, the box is beautiful. I love the artwork. So how instrumental were you in that?
I get no credit for it at all. Or almost none. The artwork was created by Miguel Coimbra, who's a very well-known board game artist, and he just did beautiful work.
Yes,
so, the game is, I don't want to portray it like it's a historical game. It's a game that kind of mixes fantasy elements, mythology elements with historical elements, but that's a reflection of the setting too. That's, the Kitara Empire is kind of half myth, half history, sort of the way the Trojan War is, in that kind of way. So that gives, it's important, if you know too much about a setting, then you can't make anything up. You can't, you got no freedom of action. So you want a little bit of those bits that are left kind of unknown. So that gives Miguel the reign to kind of create those really interesting artworks that he did with the fantasy elements.
Yes, he did.
I think they're just super evocative, and I just really love those.
Well, I agree. It's so beautiful. So while we're on that, let's move into the components and the mechanics and just the whole way this game is put together. It's really interesting to us, and I'm sure everybody else will want to know what your thought process was to put all this together.
Sure. So the game combines elements of card drafting, direct player combat, which is not something you see a lot in games these days, and it also has a fair amount of area control in it. So
yes, it does.
Part of what I think makes it distinctive is we have 3 different kinds of meeples, 3 different kinds of units in the game that each have a distinctive sort of function in the game. They each do something a little different, and that creates a lot of the sort of tactical uniqueness of the game as you're attacking.
Very much
it
so.
does, because she assaulted me so much, it's unreal.
Well,
assaulting me.
I'm just gonna let you know, I don't usually go for combat games.
No, she don't. Or area control. But she likes
and
this
I have found a few recently that I liked for area control. But I'm gonna tell you, with this game, when we first started playing it, and it was like the combat thing, and I was a little frustrated with it. But then when I figured it all out, I just started taking him out, pushing him around. It was so much fun. So if there are women out there who are like me, who think, I don't like combat, you're going to like this one.
But it was really,
you're going to like this one.
But it was really cool though, Eric, because at the beginning, when you're putting out all your troops and your men, it didn't seem like, what is it talking about? It's going to get tight and it's going to get crazy. But then later on in the game, you're like stopping, like, okay, where am I going to put my men so I won't get, hit from the back from Starla? Like, where am I going to go? What am I going to lose? I need the surveillance so I can keep my cards. It gets tough.
Yeah, I mean,
it gets tough.
I thought, like I said in the beginning, I was like, I'm not going to like this, but I'm going to play it anyway. Oh my God! When I was able to push him off different little areas, when I was able to push him off different little areas, and it was so much fun to make his men get off, and I loved it. I really did.
Yeah. Sometimes it's a long car ride home after game night.
I won. I won. I had more areas.
Yeah. But it was really cool how you put your hero token, and then you try to get extra points from the bag.
Yes.
I mean, I love that.
The hero token.
Cool. Yeah,
and I love the shape of the hero token.
Yeah,
I do. I love the shape. This big rhino-looking thing. I loved it. So yeah, I like me.
Yeah, I love the Warthog Rider too. It's pretty awesome. All those characters are made up. I think a lot of times what you're trying to do is actually. There's not much way to defend yourself in Kitara. You're going to get pushed around, but if you play your cards right, you can at least get pushed around into where you want to be at the end of all your retreating. You can, and that keeps it from being too boring during other players' turns because you've still got to make important tactical decisions yourself as you get pushed back and pushed off.
And I think that's what I was doing. I was hitting you.
Yeah.
I was attacking you and pushing you into places where
it made me angry.
But you had more men, so you could come back at me and take me out. So I was like,
that's what you got to think about. If I push them into that territory and it doubles their men, then they're going to come back and take you out, which is what I did.
Yes, you did.
It was fun. Yeah. It was fun.
It's. I think. I have I have several games, maybe about half my games I think have some kind of combat in them, or some way of representing combat in them. And to me, what makes a combat game unfun is if it's not advantageous to fight, like in a game like Risk. If player A and B fight, then player C wins in Risk because they lose all the pieces and player C is fine. So that's why you don't lose pieces in combat. That's the mechanical reason why you don't lose pieces in combat. The thematic reason, what makes it a good fit, although I can't, again, this isn't something I can pin down to the exact period in history and region, is there, at least a lot of scholars think there was a tradition of a kind of, not really ritual combat in ancient Africa, but a sort of a regulated sort of laws of war combat, where elders sort of imposed rules about engagement that minimized kind of casualties, loss of life. So it wasn't necessary. I mean, there was also lots of periods in African history where war was total war too. I think the fact that that's around makes the theme a really good, again, the setting a good fit with the game and its mechanics.
Because it was real fun. But I mean, just having more people, you can see how it could be just a bloodbath and just people, because you can still lose people from if you can't cover the savannas to feed your cards. You might lose so many people, so you got to okay, if you don't have enough savannas, we were doing, which cards am I going to get rid of to hopefully save some of my men on the board? But if I have to, oh my Lord, I want to keep that prosperity point. But so what do I do? It's hard choices.
Well, you know what this is to me? This to me is a combat game for like a gateway combat. Because I like I said, I really don't like the combat stuff. But this was very gateway to where it didn't feel like combat so much. It was just like, I'm going to take that territory.
But it was a lot of strategy, though. It was strategic.
Oh, very much so. Very much so. So it's a gateway combat game.
Yes, your hate has made you powerful.
Yeah, exactly. So
just be more aggressive.
So, Eric,
that's good. I'm glad.
I really love Kitara. I mean, it was a lot of fun, and I know a lot of other females who, like I said, may not like combat. This is a gateway combat. Try it out.
But it's a welcome addition to our collection.
Yes,
we really do like it.
I'm so glad, and I see a lot of good things on the shelf behind you there. So
it's going to be added.
It's going to be added. It's going to go up there. It's definitely going to go up there.
The only thing I hate is that the cameras can't show the whole shelf, because it goes from ceiling to floor. It goes all over. You're going to see these few boxes, but you know what? We got to find a spot for Kitara. I have a couple other questions for you. What advice would you give other board game designers who are trying to get into this hobby, trying to break in?
Sure. A couple of things. First of all, I think it's easier to break in these days because of Kickstarter, because you can self-publish a game, not necessarily always in a huge edition. When I first started, I did some self-publication, but there wasn't Kickstarter. So I was, hand making these things originally. And you can't make 70 copies of a game is not a lot, but it's a lot to make by hand.
Yeah.
So it's a lot easier to do a Kickstarter, do a professional looking project. So, I encourage people to consider that as a way to break in if you can't find a publisher immediately. And at the same time, the danger of kickstarting is because you can just choose to do it. A lot of designers do that before they're really ready to do it.
Yes. I agree.
We agree.
We agree.
There's just no point in putting a bad or a flawed game out there. You just kind of hurt your chances of doing something with a better design later. So I guess I would advise them, make sure you test it a lot with different groups of people. Don't push your friends for playtesting so much that you lose all your friends, which I haven't done, but I've had to speak to a couple of other fledgling game designers about it, because they were sort of turning off game nights I went to the whole idea of playtesting. Like, oh, we're going to put a ban on playtesting. I was like, no, let me have a talk to this guy, game designer who wants to be a game designer, explain to him the etiquette of getting people to playtest. I think that would be my advice, is really make sure you've got a solid game, make sure you're ready, and then if you can't find a publisher, put it out there yourself, and make something that's suitable for doing that. Not a huge, if you've designed a huge monster game, save that for later. Design something smaller. Put that out in the world. I think that's how I'd do it.
Okay, well, that's great advice.
Yeah. Now, what do you have coming up? Anything?
I do next year. I've got a game called Lost Empires coming out from Sandcastle Games.
Okay.
In terms of genre, it's similar to Kitara. It is also a people on a map game with combat, but mechanically it's quite different. It's dice based, and I think people are going to find it very interesting. So, and it's more of a alternate history, conquer the world kind of theme, but also really beautiful artwork. I don't have any of it to show to you right now, unfortunately, but I get to see a glimpse of it coming along. It's very cool.
Well, you got to come back and talk to us again when that game comes out.
When that comes out.
I'm happy to do so.
But I want to tell you that, again, thank you for bringing out Kitara, because it's a beautiful game, and we enjoyed it, because we were like okay, let's see what this is all about. The rules are easy. It's easy to learn, but I can tell you it's hard to conquer.
It is.
It's hard to conquer.
It is, and we got to play it again.
Yes, we do, because I got to win.
No. No winnings for you, no.
Oh,
well, play it on camera next time. I want to see how it goes.
Okay, all right.
Okay, but before we let Eric go, we want to have a little fun with
We're going to do a little fun.
Sure.
We're going to do a
now,
fun.
Okay.
We want our viewers to get to know you a little bit better.
Okay.
So we want to play a game called Two Truths and a Lie.
All right.
So I want you to tell us two things that are true about you and one that's a lie. And Mick and I, the game players that we are,
yes, we are.
We're going to figure out which one is the lie.
All right.
So let's start. Let's try one.
Okay. So first thing is that my paternal grandfather was also a published game designer.
Okay.
Okay. So he gives us a second one?
Yeah, so he gives us three things. So two truths and a lie. So that's one.
Okay.
The second one was that growing up, I was part of a troupe of touring puppeteers.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay. One more. Let's see the next one.
Okay.
Okay. What should I say? My second ancestor to come to North America came involuntarily as an indentured servant.
Oh, those are all difficult.
Oh, what you think?
Okay, the lie.
Right.
Okay. Come here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
All right.
Let's do, yeah,
we got you.
Yeah, okay. We got you.
We think we do.
Maybe.
Okay. So I think that the truth is your grandfather was a game designer. I think the truth is that an ancestor came up. Why are you looking at me like that? As an indentured servant. But I think the lie is that you were a puppeteer.
Yeah, the lie is you weren't no puppeteer. Let's go.
I'm sorry, you are incorrect.
What?
So in fact, my paternal grandfather was not a game designer.
Okay. All right.
He was an electrician, a musician, and a really terrible poet. Technically my second ancestor that I know of to emigrate to the U.S. was a guy named Evan Raglan, who was kidnapped off the docks of Cardiff in Wales, sold in Virginia as an indentured servant in 1679. Mm-hmm. But he eventually married the daughter of the guy who bought him, so I guess that guy was technically my first ancestor.
Yes.
Wow.
So, and then my family, when I was growing up, my father was the head children's librarian for Alameda County out here, and so every summer my family put together a puppet show and toured it around the branches of the libraries in Alameda County.
Now that is cool.
That's interesting.
That is cool.
I thought we had him.
I thought we had him too.
I did too.
But I like the game because you find out something different about somebody that's interesting.
That was very interesting.
Well, see, I'm a clinical psychologist. I'm very good at lying.
Okay, so no games that have to deal with lying for you. No more, none. None.
Can you say more about that?
No. No. So I guess he can't play. What is that? Dead of Winter with us? Not at all. No. Well, you're not gonna play with her, but me, Dead of Winter. No.
All right.
Because if he's a traitor, we'll never know he's a traitor. We'll never know he's a traitor.
Or he can't play werewolf.
Oh, he can't play werewolf.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. I'm not a lover of werewolves. I don't like social deduction games very much.
That's cool.
Well, you know what, Eric? We really enjoyed talking with you.
Yes.
And
I've enjoyed it very much too.
Thank you. And we appreciate your game. We appreciate you putting that into the hobby. And I know if people have not found it, please tell them where they can find it.
So it is supposed to be turning up in U.S. Friendly local game stores today.
Yay!
Awesome.
Yay!
If you go to the ELO USA website, you can go to their store locator, and that should have stores that are stocking it.
Okay.
And of course, these things don't always turn up on a dime, so maybe they're going to turn up Monday or whatever. They're supposed to be in stores today.
Yeah.
And then they should be available online in a couple of weeks. ELO has been trying to give the friendly local stores a little bit of lead time on the releases to help support them, especially with everything that's going on now.
Yeah,
they really need the support. So I really encourage everybody to hit a local game store if you can.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's it, everybody, for our interview with Eric Vogel. Thank you so much for joining us. And we look forward to what you bring out next.
Yes, we do.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. All right.
Now here we have a brand new dice tower that we want to share with you.
Yes.
And it is the Legacy Dice Tower.
Yes, from Breaking Free.
Now the Legacy Dice Tower is padded so that it doesn't make as much noise as most dice towers.
Now, you know, some dice towers make a whole lot of noise. When you put those chunky big dice in there, it just like, it rattles the whole place. You know, like, rah, 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 just goes crazy.
But not this one.
It got, if you can look at it, it has a pad. Even has a little dragon at the bottom, it has a pad.
Yes.
And it's really cool. It's pads all the way down there. Now, here's some big chunky dice from Lantern Dice. Now, they're big and chunky. Watch this, y'all. Not that much noise. Not that much noise. It kind of
reminds me of that kind of casino feel.
Yeah, yeah.
I love that. I love that. Now here's some smaller dice.
From Roll For It.
And show you those.
Just
beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Nice and quiet.
Yeah, don't really hear much. So you won't have all the rattling and all craziness. All just It's not that bad. It's not that bad. We really do like it.
So if you don't have a dice tower, you may want to consider this one. And it's portable. It puts together easily and it takes down easily, so you can put it back together and carry it with you.
And it's really cool. Look at the dragon and all the writing, and it's really cool. We really do enjoy it.
So this is the Legacy Dice Tower. If you don't have one, check it out. Visit their website at www.breakingfreelegacy.com.
Check it out.
Well, I guess that's it.
Woo! What a jam-packed episode.
I guess that's it for number 48. Woo! It's in the books now.
And I like that interview.
Yes.
I really did. I like Eric. I
do too.
I really do. He's a nice guy.
We hope you enjoyed this episode.
Yeah.
Especially the interview with Eric.
Yes. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, where to find us?
Where can they find us?
You can get us on Facebook,
yes,
Instagram, Twitter, right here on YouTube,
yes,
and also on the Dice Tower.
Well, yeah, we trying.
Yeah,
we're trying. Yeah, we're trying to do that. Yeah, we're trying to do that. Yeah. So, and you'll see us around doing other previews and stuff like that. Yeah. So we got more coming. We have more coming at you. We do.
So that's it for episode 48.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time.
Stay safe, folks. Keep that mask on. Love you, family.